show on the Donna Smith Show. And this is how we do it. What our grown folk table talk, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We here 2023. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we trying to bring it. We trying to bring it. What's up, y'all? What's up? Yeah. What's up, everybody? We here live on the Donna Smith Table Talk, Grown Folk, whatever you want to. No, not whatever you want to call me. Grown Folk Table Talk with Donna Smith. We gonna get this together here, okay? But how y'all doing? Welcome everybody. My panel: Gara, JJ, John, Timothy. He'll be back in a minute. I just want to welcome everyone this evening. We are here on a Monday. I think the rain has stopped, so we gonna do this and have a little grown folk fun. And before we get started, I would like to just run it by you guys regarding our topics and what we discuss in our debates and things of that nature. They're not meant to offend anyone. We're just here having grown folk dialogue. We're having fun. Nothing scripted. We off the head. We just let it go. You know what I'm saying? And we welcome you. And if you'd like to be a part of our Zoom, let me know and you will get the link and you can always chime in, but you can always view us live on YouTube in the moment. Sit back with your popcorn and some snacks because we bring it, don't we, y'all?
Yes,
we bring it. Yeah. So what we gonna do is we gonna get our toast to the hostess to the mostest for beginning of the show. John Timothy Mims. I wanted to show you guys my lovely happy birthday. See my cupcake? Wait a minute. Well, anyway, it's me on the cupcake. And it say happy birthday in my red dress. And it also has, she did them with my red dress and my pink dress, and they came with little shots. So I'm gonna have the shot with the cupcake, okay? What's up, Cordell? Let's give our toast to the hostess with the mostest. 1, 2, 3, go. Click, 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 clank. John and Cordell. John, there's your cup.
I just showed myself.
Cordell.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. No, you don't want to toast tonight?
I got no cup right now, so I'll catch up. I'm 2 drinks down. I'll catch up.
Ooh-wee. Oh, you 2 drinks down. That's a strong little hammer shot right there that came with that cupcake. Mm-hmm. Anyway, welcome everybody to Donna Smith Table Talk, Grown Folk Table Talk Show. We're here this evening. I am so glad to see you guys. I tell you, it's been a very exciting weekend, very just wonderful. Another year of season and salt, and all the love, birthday wishes. I'm still getting love and birthday. They still posting happy birthday. I told them on Facebook that I'm doing this all month.
That's good.
And also here YouTube, I posted all month. So if you late, that's okay. Just keep bringing it, okay? Because that brings a smile on my face. And these cupcakes was awesome, you guys. I'm trying to have a little piece of this. Well, anyway, what's up, y'all? What's up, world? What's happening? We already got my birthday shout out the way. We already know the 49ers beat that butt on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
They beat it down. Now I got, they had surprised me with this brunch, and I didn't get a chance to see it, but I did record the game.
Okay.
And I keep saying that I'm gonna watch the game because I heard in the second part of the game we showed out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
49ers?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know nothing about it.
Oh yeah, you don't do the.
I don't be watching sports down like that.
It's
Well,
just football.
What you say, Cordell?
I say it's just football. Just football.
Oh, come on. But I bet you people was out there doing some big betting.
I think a lot of people might have lost because I think the point spread was either 9 or 10. A lot of people did the spread. Thinking that,
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. So,
well, we getting ready to. I can't eat all that. That's too much going on with that cupcake. Anyway, congratulations, 49ers. Let's take it all the way, baby. Let's do it. I know we can, and it seemed like we will. So I just wanted to say that and get that out there and everything. And you guys, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Anybody got anything to share? How was your week? How was your weekend? Are you getting Cordell, you're in SAC, right? And it's been really a mess out there with floods and power outages and stuff like that. Is it getting better for you guys?
well, I can say this much for me, at least in the area I'm in. I'm not having many down trees, but most of the city's being impacted because as a city, as it says, we're a city of trees. So we got a lot of down trees, but they're now being removed. There's still some flooding, but not as bad as it was at one time. So it's
Okay.
kind of getting back to normal, but it's still pretty bad. There's still some roads that are closed. So.
Yeah, I was seeing on the news. It was like, wow, that was really, and I mean, it's not like you're that far from where I'm at. And I was holding my breath with every storm that hit because I'm like, Lord, don't have these lights go off. I can't stand when the lights go off and it's pitch black and you know, and it's thundering and lightning outside. But it's, when we went Saturday to the brunch, we went to San Francisco and it got pretty bad coming across that Bay Bridge.
I can imagine.
Coming back, kind of scary. So I was like, only those who love me came because the way it was looking and the weather was, it was more of a family, just a couple of friends. My daughter just kind of wanted to do something, to go out and, do something for me. So, but it was scary. Thank God I did not have to drive. So I was able to have that extra shot and things like that.
But going across the bridge, huh?
Yeah, I didn't want to drive, Cordell.
The lower deck wasn't so bad coming back, right? It was just going into the city, right?
Going into the city was worse, yeah.
Yeah.
That part was because the winds is kind of like, and they have a big flasher thing saying high winds and stuff, right, but the winds is kind of bad. But coming back, it was a different, but it was still, and then once you got out of the rain and you went on 80, and then when you got when you got off of the bridge and then you got like right around Emeryville, leaving Emeryville, then it started.
Okay.
Yeah, by the time we got to the Vallejo, that bridge, Carquinez, what is that? Carquinez Bridge going to Vallejo?
Yes.
It was pretty ugly. So, but other than that, had a good time. We have to be safe out here in Cali. What about you, Jay? What's going on out in Colorado? Is it bad? Snowing?
Actually, the weather's been pretty good for the past few days.
Okay.
But we think that y'all's weather is gonna bring on some precipitation our way.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You know, we even had a few earthquakes in the past, I would say 3 weeks. We've had some little shakers. Yeah.
And with that soil being so dry and then it all of a sudden wet like that, that's a dangerous combination because, you know, those houses on the hill ain't gonna be on the hill no more if it, you know.
Exactly.
You know,
and the you know, I the worst one I felt was about 1:30 in the morning. Woke me up. It was about 4 point something. And I don't feel many earthquakes out here where I live. When I lived in the Bay that way, I felt them, you know, a lot more. Maybe because it was closer to the Hayward Fault or whatever. But out here, I don't feel them as much. But I felt that one that night. I mean, I was like, oh my goodness. And it's nothing more scarier than, you know, when you got a house full of people, like when my kids was growing up, you got a house full of kids, y'all just look at each other and laugh. Did you feel that? Did you feel that? When you land up there by yourself, stuff get to shaking, or lights and stuff. I'm like, okay, see, that's just doing too much.
All this stuff behind me falling off the shelf, there's an earthquake. Like,
yeah,
it's coming down.
Yeah, it's really scary. So, yeah, John, got anything to share, John?
No.
You been good?
Everybody good.
Everybody good? Yeah, everybody good. Wifey cool. You good? The cat good? Everybody good. All right. Keep it moving, y'all. Well, you know, I was just kind of looking at going down the news thing. I wonder. I think I forgot to send Ben the link, but I think he has it anyway. So he's probably just tied up or something. I think he was getting a little cold too. Did you guys hear about in Dallas that there was these 2 girls fighting in the parking lot? And one of the girls, a 14-year-old, retrieved a handgun. And I was bringing this up because Ben last week was talking about what do we think about everybody being able to have guns. Well, this 14-year-old retrieved a handgun, retrieved it from where, I don't know. Did a partner hand it to her? I don't know what she retrieved it from, and she shot in the direction of the female that she was actually having to fight with. But the bullet didn't hit that person. It hit an innocent bystander, which was an 11-year-old boy. And the boy was taken to a hospital and died. So this 14-year-old girl is being held at the Juvenile Justice Center right now. And this is actually murder. You know, I'm so sick of it. And I'm like, where are these kids getting these guns? More and more you're hearing about it. Then it was this 17-year-old Florida teenager, 17 years old in Florida. He stabbed and beat his mother with a frying pan over keeping his room clean and stabbed her with a pocket knife.
Oh, man.
Because she asked him to clean up his room. So now that case is being transferred and he's going to be tried as an adult, 17 years old. It's like, you know, I'm just lost with it. And I mean, I don't know if it's drugs related or what, but it's like these kids, man, it's just too much. I mean, you're gonna bang your mother upside the head with a skillet because she asked you to clean your room, and then the 14-year-old who shot at the girl that she was fighting. Remember back in the day, we would say, after school, we gonna fight. You know, you get a group of people, everybody want to watch the fight. and y'all would go, it would be fist thrown. Did nobody pull out nothing? Did nobody try to stab you, shoot you, whatever? It was like, and you got your respect by fighting that person back. You got your respect. But now it's I mean, what do we teach? What do we tell our kids? We don't want you to be one that don't stand up for yourself if somebody tries to bully you and, just come and smack you. What do you tell them?
I've heard of some parents homeschooling their kids or allowing their children to have school at home. Because to be honest with you, with social media being the way that it is, the online bullying and stuff like that, people aren't as genuine as they used to be anymore. People are trying to live up to some kind of fake status, and they take that to school with them. And school has always been like a fashion show, kind of. It wasn't really a major focus on education. So I think with working from home, going to school from home, I think that might be a little bit better. Some people need the interaction of a teacher, so I get that aspect of it. But on the other hand, I just think it would be safer to, be at home if you can. If you're working from home and you can have your kids be with you at home.
So you think
homeschooling? That's a lot of work.
Homeschooling is one of the answers.
And the parent. I'm sorry.
You think that helps? Do you think that homeschooling can potentially shelter the child more so?
That's a major setback. I'm gonna have to agree with that. It would cause a sheltering, but at the same time, there needs to be some kind of they need a reset button for how schools are ran right now. And until they get that together,
I agree.
People need to have that option to just be, if they could be at home and get their assignments done at home, that's just where it needs to be. But right now, they don't have good security at these schools. Anybody could just walk up in there and do whatever they want. And you got a whole police force just standing outside, not doing nothing. So
well, you have a lot of security. Sometimes it's not even police. Sometimes it's security that's unarmed security.
Yep.
So they don't even carry a gun. And so if something did go down, they would have to call the police, basically. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
it's a lot of factors that go into it, and I'm sure that somebody would come up with the angle for why it's not cool for people to be at home and all of that. Of course, there's single parents out there that don't have time to be there with their kids.
Yeah.
And so if their kids are at school, that's how, for some people, that was their only way to get lunch. The
free lunch program. But I mean, the true test of all that, I would say, was during the first beginning of the pandemic. When the schools had all the kids at home, and parents was going crazy because you didn't have the time that you could take off work like that to be able to be home. And I'm talking about from kindergarten on up. They wanted them in front of the computer doing these little assignments. I know somebody who had a kindergartner and they had to log on, and so the parents have to be proactive in that, or you had to get someone to pay that could be there to do that for you. But a lot of folks had to take time off work. I know a couple of people who told me that their children did not thrive like that. Their markings, their grades went down. They went down because they were at home. They have you in front of this monitor for long periods of time. And some kids don't even really know how to operate a computer like that. But
that's true too. This new generation, they didn't have, they all they had was their phones and their tablets, So being on a Windows computer, that's foreign to them. That's completely something.
Not with a lot of these kids. I mean,
Not
I was
some
at
of them are.
Aspire and RTA, even kids who are in the 3rd grade and stuff. You got kids who are coding
You
in
do.
young age.
That's just
In
that's
young
just,
age,
that's true.
they're familiar with it. What it is, my daughter homeschool, her kids do homeschooling, and they excel big time. They're doing extremely. When they even go to a regular school, when they were doing homeschooling, then when they went to enrolled in the school, I mean, they were exceeding a lot of the students in their classes. You know, she got all good. But the thing is, you got to go back with the kid hitting the parent over the head. I question what kind of parenting was being done previous to this event. Okay, and then you have this girl now, who shot this other girl.
That was in Dallas.
And they were in the fight or what have you.
Well,
Whatever.
she shot at the girl that she was actually fighting with after she got the gun, but shot somebody else by mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And that person, that
like it all
11-year-old
happens.
boy died.
Like it usually most of the shootings go down anyway.
Yeah.
But we say these kids, and these conversations we had before, we got to go back to who's raising the kids? Is it the TV and music raising the kids in the streets, or is it the parents? Because really, it really comes down to what are these kids seeing? What are they exposed to? What kind of bringing up are they given to even have them resort to that part? Now, don't get me wrong, you got kids who had good upbringing or whatever, and youngsters, they just made a decision. And a lot of times it's because of their peers or what have you. But, we can't say homeschool me now, like JJ, because of the security and things like that, because people want to protect their kids. The pandemic was something different. I mean, it no matter whatever your household consists of, you had to deal with it according to the pandemic. If you was living by yourself or if you was raising multiple kids in your home, it was just, that was an effect for everybody. But we got to look, before the pandemic, this was going on already. This ain't nothing new.
What exactly was going on?
Kids beating on their parents.
Yes, it was.
One of my visits up at San Quentin, I can't say his name or nothing, but this was it was a known case trial that was known throughout the media. This young kid killed someone, and he was tried as an adult, and he was actually one of the kids that was in the program up at the prison.
Yeah.
But you got to look at what went on before this took place. What kind of upbringing? We don't know. Okay, how did the mama? I'm not saying justifying for any actions, but for a kid to act like that and react to his mom, I wonder what kind of exchanges they had previously. Because I done heard parents where they sit there and talk with their kids as is almost they're just another person, like a friend or somebody on the street, and they go back.
Well, a lot of them do come across as like a friend, especially if you're a young parent. Say like you had
but
your
not
child
even
at
young
16.
parents. I know parents in their 50s who talk like this to their kids.
Well, yeah, I do too.
And so it's not just young parents. It's the fact of the parent, period. It don't matter what the age is. It's really, how are you raising your kids?
And I think that is a factor.
And then what comes, it is a fact, because the kids ain't doing it. A lot of these kids ain't out there just because. A lot of these kids are coming from some type of background or whatever that starts in the home.
Yeah,
That started in the home.
I think I'm sorry. My opinion is that it starts in the home, but what's happened in the last 2 or 3 generations, some of the parents are not making the kids more accountable for their actions. They want to cover it up. They want to say that it was nothing wrong that they did. We'll fix it. Every time they fix it, it gets worse and worse. So the kids are not really accountable for their actions, but they should be, because the parents should be overseeing their actions, but they're not. They just allow them to get away with it. So it starts in the home. Any action like that starts in the home. It's kind of unfortunate that it got to come to somebody dying or somebody getting brutally attacked to see the impact of it. But this is what our society is made up of now.
And that's why a lot of times when they request in the schools to have the parent-teacher meetings, they are trying to sum up what's going on with the parents. The parents that come, their demeanor, their attitudes, and try to get to the point of what could actually be happening, why this child is having these behavioral issues. Now, for somebody to take a pot and bang their parent upside the head and then stab them with their knife, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would think that that's a mental thing and not a behavioral. I mean, I don't know.
Sometimes it's not a mental thing. That's the thing. When I was at this facility of St. Vincent's over in Marin, we had kids in there. I'm telling you, these kids have been abused. They've been abandoned. They've been treated in ways you couldn't believe. I mean, in ways you couldn't believe. And when you hear about how these parents did things and whatever, so let's not even talk about the kids who were physically or mentally or emotional abused, in their, directly.
Was these white kids?
What?
All nationalities.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I had kids, black kids, 2 black kids. So my job was I helped these kids, help get them out of these, because they had their own school on the facility or these continuation schools, to help get them into regular schools, and then help them, as the advisory, to help them also, prepare when they get into a regular school, their future, laying down with courses, how they need to get going, get them in college and things like that. But I had 2 kids didn't show up one time. Didn't know where they was at. Didn't come to practice. 2 of the best players on the team. And they done messed around and hitchhiked back to LA.
Wow.
Back to LA.
And they got caught. They got caught during the process. But when they got caught, picked up, they was in LA already.
Wow.
Did they have criminal? Was it like a juvenile thing where they had cases?
No. Well, the only thing is they ran away from the facility because, when some of these kids are abandoned, and abandonment falls under some different categories. There are other subcategories under abandonment. Some people just leave their kids, and then they'll call abandonment neglect or whatever. And they just not doing anything for the kids. The kids are just left to fend for themselves. No food. When you got parents who, probably getting assistance.
They left to fend for themselves where? Where are they leaving these kids?
No, some of them are in the house and they're fending for themselves.
Oh,
yeah, they got to feed themselves.
Let me tell you, I had a young lady who just became of age, 18. She's working and putting herself through school on her own while she's in her mother's house. and her mother won't allow her to eat food in the house once she turned 18. And the girl trying to go to college, going to college and working to try to do better for herself. And her mom just shut her off, but had already gave her problems before then.
Yeah,
So
but the mom was
you gotta
probably
really
trying to.
look at these households and what's going on with these kids. And like
Yeah,
some of the stuff Cordell was saying about making these kids accountable.
Yeah.
It's crazy because this has been going on for a long time. We always gotta say stuff like, don't be trying to chastise my child. Your child is wrong. But then when you in dire straits, you want to holler, it takes a village. But then when your child is doing wrong, you throw that out the window. You know, you want it one way, but you don't want to accept it the other way. And that's the problem. People don't live by it takes a village, but we quick to holler it.
So some people are having a hard time accepting the fact that their kid is doing wrong.
Exactly, because who it reflects on.
It reflects on them.
It reflects to the parent. So they're not really in denial. They're not denial of what the kid is doing. They're really in hiding of what they have done. What they have done is not raised a child accordingly to how it should have been raised, or they sitting up there not preventing things from being allowed or whatever that shouldn't be doing. The kids do something. I watched this one. I'll never forget. This kid acted a fool, did everything under the sun. It was clear as day. Everybody witnessed. And the mama said up there, I don't know why you want to act that. You know what? Just get out my face. Like Cordell just said, don't want to hold them accountable. You know, a lot of the parents don't even want to put the effort in to discipline the kid.
Yeah, it's easier for them to say, like you said, get away, go to your room, don't talk to me. I don't want to deal with this right now. But what they don't seem to realize is that if they don't address the problem early, this is going to manifest and get worse later.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So then what you have is you have a teenage Frankenstein in your household that you can't control. He's breaking up things, putting holes in your walls, knocking your doors down. But this is your son. You created them. Now you create this personality that you can't control.
Like this 17-year-old that took a skillet, a frying pan, and hit his mom upside the head and stabbed her. 17.
Yeah, but you guys gotta understand, man, that a lot of these kids are being raised up in mentally ill households. People are repeating the cycles of mental illness and don't even know it. Just like we was talking about the cutting the bone because because grandma did it and nobody knew why grandma cooked it. It's the same thing with people. People are repeating cycles of their parents onto their children, and their children are belaying this stuff. It's harming the whole society because people don't have enough sense to say, let me go to somebody and ask them, is this how I should be trying to raise my child? They just keep doing it the same way mama did it and grandma did it and great grandma, instead of saying, wait a minute, some of this stuff don't make sense. I should be loving and talking to my child and educating my child more than, it's certain people when they kid walk in the room, either they leave in the room or they're making their kids leave. They hate their kids that they done birthed.
Hate is a strong word.
And it's a lot of it.
I mean, hate is a strong word.
I always say, and my family lives by this. Right? And I always said, the blood only determines who your relatives are, but it's love that only determines your family.
Yeah.
Because trust me, your blood brother will shoot you dead. So, but someone who loves you will take a bullet for you, you know, and there we have the differences. But like Ben was saying, it's not only those of the old school, Ben. A lot of parents have bought into this fear as well about dealing with their kids. And they say, well, and they try these new things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna put you on timeout, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And it's like, okay, and they still doing it, or they're getting worse.
So what happens when they get worse and they still doing it?
Well, I can't say for each
That means
household.
that means that what you're doing is it's not working, right? So sometimes you have to change something.
But
It
I
don't
think
mean break them in two
You
and
won't,
abuse
but you
them.
won't
no,
know that until
but
they get a certain
consistency,
age.
But
You
you
won't
know,
know that till they get a
no,
certain age.
No, you don't
no,
have to wait till they get
no,
17 and they hitting you
no,
with
you don't.
skillet.
I didn't say
No, you don't.
17. I said a certain age. If
so
you're trying something new, you may try that till they're 10 years old before you realize this just really is not working. By then, you put them into a certain pattern.
right. You know, the thing
Well,
is too that
it depends on where you start. Because I know when you start on, see, the thing is, if you start and something ain't going and you still doing it, that's something you need to question yourself about. But if I'm dealing with my kid, we should have, okay, this is what's going to need to take place. And when that's not taking place, you need to make that happen right then and there, not no dragging on for no time. And
that's what
10
I'm
years old,
yeah, that's what I said about accountability. But the biggest thing is that you as a parent, male or female, you know your child. If you have, let's say you have two boys and a girl, or three girls, or three boys, whatever, each one of them is different. You know which one's going to do something wrong. You know which one's going to do something right. You know which one's going to be the referee. You already know that. You know what they can and cannot do. So it's up to you to develop them in the right way, because every cookie cutter ain't going to work for the same person.
Exactly.
but you know the problem with that, Cordell?
What's that?
When some people, like you mentioned, like we'll call it mention, they come in one room, the kids go out the other, or the kids come in, they go out the other. They don't
Yeah,
take the
it's true.
time to learn and trip off. They don't spend that time, just like people talk about quality time
Mm-hmm.
in a romantic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have that same time with your kids.
Yeah.
And you gotta get to know them and know how to. And but the one thing is they don't invest into them like they should, and it's not monetary. It's the time that you invest into them, getting them into stuff. Right now, we got these game councils and movies and YouTube and all this TikTok and everything that's taking the quality time of the kid.
While
Yeah,
you doing something else.
they're
While you
self-educated.
probably TikToking and
Yeah,
YouTubing and
they're being
everything else.
self-educated. Yeah.
So these kids learn. So they look at this stuff. So yeah. So where they gonna learn it from? Kids
Yeah.
don't just be born and know to grab a gun to shoot somebody or grab a stick and beat somebody. They're not born like that. They learn
What you
from
think
their
about
peers.
what you think
Think
about that
about
6-year-old that did that? That went
who
to
shot
school
the
and shot his
teacher.
teacher. Yeah.
Exactly. You got to
6 years
understand.
old. 6 years old.
Kids, we used to always talk about learning from our peers. A lot of kids are learning from beyond the age of their peers. So if you got a 8 to 10-year-old and you think their peers are in that age, and they should be learning from them how to be an 8 and a 10-year-old. But they're learning from these older people or these things that they see posted that draws these kids, and they're doing, like we always said, these kids are out here trying to do grown-up stuff. They out here, they haven't really, you got young kids having relationships like grown-ups.
And talking like grown-ups.
Come on. And it's all about you spend the time, you lay it down, you get it going. Now, when they leave your house, that's on them. Long you did what you were supposed to do. But other than that, there's no consistency. If no invested time, because a lot of people, I spend all my time with these kids. Hey, you had a kid. Once you have a kid, the rules of life change. When it comes from wanting to run the streets all the time and live the single life, the things of the single life does not, you can be single with kids, but guess what? That single life still is not the same. That life which you considered that you had for yourself is not the same. Because if you decided to go to college, say you decide, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to be a doctor, and you have a kid, guess what? You're going to go to college to be a doctor while you're raising a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have to include what it takes, because you have this kid. Have to invest in time. Pay attention to what they do. When you see your kid draw, take him out, get him stuff to draw. Take him or her some places where they deal with that. Spend that time with them. Learn stuff yourself. You ain't got to learn it all. Learn the general stuff. Something to share with them. If that ain't the thing, guess what? They going to switch up. Next, you're going to see them probably trying to be architect or whatever,
Fisherman.
Now they trying to do something. So guess what? You better go get you some fishing poles
and go fishing with them.
But you got to invest that time. When you sit up there, go outside and play. It ain't the same coming up then, because them kids who went outside and play and knew when they needed to be home before them lights came on the streets. See, because they knew what was happening in that household. That's why when they was outside that household, they knew some rules they had to follow. But when ain't nothing established in that household, a lot of times these kids now get outside and it's a wrap. You got parents who don't see their 14-year-olds with disappear for 3 days.
Don't let them come on. You better be in the house before they come on.
They just showed this thing over and over, and they have been looking for these kids and come to fight. You hear that, Ben? They were looking for these kids over there in Oakland. They have been missing, and come to find out they done went and stayed somewhere with some friends or whatever.
How old was they?
They were minors. They were teenagers. That's what I'm saying. You got 15-year-olds.
And the parents are responsible for that. Parents are responsible.
Decide to go and, we're going to go stay here for a couple of days. And don't tell the parent. I mean, what kind of junk is that? Now the parents, now you got the city, FBI involved because they're thinking of kidnapping or something that took place, or child, trafficking or something. They don't know what's going on. You get all these people now involved because these little managed kids decided to go stay a few days somewhere. We got to look at the house, because a lot of times, I ain't going to say nothing. The worst thing you can do, let me tell you, I remember we used to laugh about when I got my first spanking from my father. And they talk about when he spanked me the first time, he went and sat on the front porch. And they say he was sitting out there on the stoop and he was crying because it broke his heart to give me that. And they used to tease him and tease him. When I gave my son his first whooping, I kid you not, I bawled like a baby because I had to put this on my child. But I had to make a decision, because I have to give him something. Like I say, when he become an adult, he gonna do what he gonna do. But he has to have something to come back to. He has to have something that's gonna say, wait a minute now, you know this ain't right. And he might say, yeah, I know it ain't right, and he keep doing it. But he still have that, I know what I can do, you know. But a lot of them, I think I told you, my social life, when I was raising my kids, my social life, yeah. It was, I used to be I was one at the club Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And if they had old school Tuesdays, I was there too. But when them kids came,
you had to change up.
It's a different story.
Yeah.
It's a different story. And you got to invest that time.
It's life changing. And they do, you know, a lot of people, you know, you hear them talk about the child support and this and that. Yeah, it's important to both parents to be helping to rear the child. But at the same time, if that parent does not have monetary, maybe they're not working right now, but they're giving that child quality time. They're spending time. They're doing things with them. They're reaching out to them. They're taking them to the park. They're helping them with schoolwork. They're doing things that matter, talking to them about what's going on up here. That carries more weight than any dollar bill. Exactly. And I may not agree, but me personally, I'd rather have the quality time being spent with my children than you giving me $500, $600 a month and you ain't nowhere around.
Yep. Yeah, but see, that's easy fix for a lot of people. I'll just throw some money at them. I give them the toy. I give them an Xbox. You know, whatever it is, I give them a car, but they're still out of control.
Yeah.
You know, don't matter what you do with them, they're still out of control. So the easiest thing is the hardest thing. Like you said, it's that time, it's putting in that value, telling them what's right, what's wrong, showing them how to do things, you know, just hanging with them, but letting them know that, hey, I'm a parent, you still a kid, but I'm gonna hang with you. I'm gonna show you what things to do, what not to do. So,
but you know, sometimes the hanging,
but you're still gonna be accountable for things.
Let me tell you, the hanging sometimes is stuff that you wouldn't find yourself doing. I remember going to see a goddamn Pokemon movie when it first came out.
Hey, bro, that ain't nothing. When my little girl was growing up, I sat and watched Aladdin about 50,000 times. Every day. Hey, Daddy, come watch TV. What are we looking at? Aladdin. Again?
I took my daughter to see Little Bow Wow. I don't know how many times when he was Little Bow Wow. And I was getting contact high in the audience because everybody was smoking weed and I didn't. And I'm up there like, oh, Lord. But man, every time Bow Wow came, Mama, we going? We going? I'm like, yeah, we going, baby. But she still remember that.
Yeah.
She still remembers that.
Those are things that
how she knows how to take her kids.
Yes.
My daughter, every time I turn around on my son, they're doing something on ice, Disney on ice. Oh, we fishing. When my daughter said, she had told me she wanted me to take the boys fishing, you know. And so she called me one day and she said, you know what? She said, I'm taking them fishing. She said, she calling me to guide her on what type size line to get with all this other stuff. And we on the thing. And then they sending me pictures of they little fishes and everything, you know. But see, that right there holds with her. It's like when you see her, you're going to see them.
Yeah.
And that's how it was with my kid. It was my ride or die. Shoot, I had the car seats reupholstery to match my inside of my car. Then somebody got in my car. One time I said, yeah, I give you a ride. And they gonna get in and want to move the car. I said, wait, hold on. What you doing? I'm moving this car. No. That car seat is permanently planted right there.
Set. Yeah.
It's right over here. You the one asking for a ride. This they car.
Yeah.
You the one asking for a ride.
Yeah.
have to be like that with your kids, not your friends, but you need to see. The thing is, a lot of parents won't make, they say they make sacrifices. I sacrificed this buying food, and that's not a sacrifice. That's a responsibility.
Yeah,
That's not no
that's a
that's
good
not
one.
Food,
no
clothing, and shelter is a
that's given. But a
responsibility.
sacrifice is when you watching Monday Night Football, but your kid want to do something, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna sacrifice watching the game to go and do this, spend this time with my kid or whatever, and doing things like this. Doing sacrifices is going to, like y'all was saying, watching these movies and stuff like that you know good and well you ain't gonna deal with, or the other things that come with it, like the
Yes,
concerts and stuff like
yes.
that. But you make these sacrifices and spending that time and investing. And they don't know nurturing ain't just in first beginning of the years.
No, it's not.
Nurturing, to me, nurturing don't stop.
No, even when they get grown, it's still a certain
You
amount
gotta
of
still
nurturing
love
that
on
you're
them in the
gonna have
way.
to still
You
do.
gotta
Yeah,
love on them in the
they
way.
changed that first 5 to first 7 now.
Man,
So,
they can change it.
because they telling you that. They're telling you that their mind is still processing and growing and doing what they need to do even when they 7. People say the first 5, it's the first 7, first 8,
Let
the
me
first
tell you,
25. You ain't
everybody,
kidding.
my kids are still learning to this very day.
There you go.
They still
Yeah,
learning to this
even when
very
they
day.
become young adults, you still,
And when I mean, I don't
yeah.
just mean learning from their lives. I mean, when they call their parent and say, hey, this is what's going on. I need this. What do I do? Whether blah, blah, blah. When they call in their parent, that's the thing. Parenting don't stop. The style, or the phrase changes, Now I just give my suggestions and my opinions. It's their option.
Nowadays, you're the advisor. Even though you got adult kids, you're the advisor. You give them
That's
your
all.
suggestion. You
That's
say,
all.
hey, I'll look at it this way. You could try this, but come down to it, you got to make the final decision. I'm giving you
That's
my
all it
advice.
is.
That's right.
My kids know. I tell them, look, it's on you. This is what you do. Take it. I'm selling it for a nickel. It's up to you to buy it for a nickel.
When they adults. But that's good stuff, you guys. I mean, I totally agree. Parenting does not stop, and holding them accountable, like Cordell said, because the world is gonna be not so nice with accountability if you haven't structured that with them growing up. It's gonna be a hard way to go when they get out here and they 19, 20, 21, 22, and they don't know how to be accountable for nothing. They just think the world is at their fingertips. It's not like that. So good stuff, good stuff. Gareth, you have anything to say? You good?
Good.
All right, right on, right on. Okay, well, let's just love them kids and keep doing the best we can. And like I say, quality time, spending time doing things, it carries more weight than any dollar bill. I'm not saying don't help take care of your kids, because if you're not there with them, you still need to contribute if you can. But that quality time, teaching them, guiding them, when I was growing up, there was a couple of young boys that I knew that didn't even know how to tie a tie. They had never been shown. They didn't have anybody to show them how to tie a tie, or how to be gentlemanly, how to open up the door for a lady. How you learn these things, you're taught these things. You watch and mimic your father or the man figure that's around doing certain things, or even your mother. Sometimes mamas will say, boy, you better, boy, don't go in that door before that woman do. Wait a minute. Mama will let you know. But you are showing them. But some that come from, homes and situations where they may have been left at home a lot. They may not have had a father figure. They may not have had a mother that was there. And they don't know. You know, I know some women that don't even know how to hygienically take care of their womanly parts because they never was taught certain things.
What? You do?
Yeah.
How old are they? Are they like in their 40s?
They
Or
were
just
grown
20s?
women. They were grown women. One was in her 30s.
Were they close to your age? Like,
what's close to my age?
I mean, like, they was in their 30s.
What's
You was
close
in
to
your
my
30s.
age?
23, 24. He's
Was
trying
they in
to
their
say
30s
23,
and you was in
You
your
talking about
30s?
25? Anyway, they was grown.
No, I'm saying, were they close to your age?
But it's certain things you're taught, just like men teach their male seed certain things.
They try.
That they're going into manhood about. Mothers and women that's influencing we teach the girls certain things.
No, I was asking you that question for a reason. I was trying to see if they was around your age to see how you had. I mean, were they open to you giving them some advice, or was they closed to it?
They was open because they brought it to me. They talked to me about it. Yeah, they talked to me about it. They didn't know certain things we was talking about that I had shared, and they was like, I never knew that. I never was told that.
I hear what Ben's saying. I hear what Ben's saying, because sometimes you can't say, oh, you hear people say, I never heard that. But that could be a 23-year-old saying it. But then when you hear a 50-year-old saying it, you like, whoa, shocker. You know, especially when folks come up in the same era that you've come up
they
in,
might be they might be mad or something.
What happened, and then some do take advice, or when you try to say something, take it a certain way. What the hell is this?
Yeah, it's just giving free advice. If people want to listen, they want to listen. But if not, you know what I'm saying. But I've shared some things with a few that they never knew. They wasn't taught how to do that, and they never knew that you were supposed to do that. And it had to do with, you know, their womanly stuff. So anyway, with that being said, let's love these kids. Let's love these babies. Let's hold them accountable when need be. Let's put some type of discipline in order when need be. And mind you, when I say put discipline in order, it's not meaning beat your kids. I'm not telling folks to beat their kids, okay? I'm not, please don't take it like that. But there's a certain level of discipline, and you have to find what works with your child. Sometimes it's taking special things away that they enjoy. No more TikTok, no more iPhone, no more Nintendo, no more, you know, going to play basketball at the park after school with your partners until you get yourself together and learn how to respect me, your mother, and do good in school. That type of thing. There is consequences for your actions. You can't just go around doing it any kind of way. And then the parents sit up and think that, oh, well, they're going to just outgrow that. They're still young. I'll just let, and then you got a situation like getting hit upside the head with a skillet and stabbed with a knife. You know, God be with that. But I'm just saying, we got to do what we got to do. Okay, you guys, moving on. Inquiring minds want to know. JJ is having some technical difficulties with his internet on the phone with trying to deal with his provider right now. So he may or may not can come back. But if you don't, JJ, we miss you. We'll see you on the next show. If you can, chime on in. We still got a little more time. Getting up there, but we got a little more time. Okay, so inquiring minds want to know. My girl is having a hard time giving me an erection. She tries everything and nothing like before. She tries everything and nothing like before. I don't know what they meant with that. But she says that it's me and not her. Well, nothing has changed with me. I'm not on any new meds. I don't have any new stress, and I haven't gotten any new ASS. Therefore, it must be her. What y'all say?
It sounds like a question you asked before.
Might have been in the same family, but it's not the same.
Yeah, the
He
woman
blaming her
couldn't.
for his pee not getting
That's
off.
what the last person said. My woman just don't is not.
They probably in the same family, but not the same question. Different people.
Oh no, I'm quite sure it's different people. I'm just saying it's the same as the other one. My girl.
Well, they're
couldn't
saying
get
that
me,
she's having a hard time giving them an erection.
and that's what the other
How
person
that
said.
work?
She tries everything like before.
How do you give somebody an erection?
Well, this is what they're saying, Ben. She's having. My girl is having a hard time giving me an erection.
That's
I
what I'm
like what
saying.
you said, Ben. Ben, I'm agreeing with you, Ben, already.
She's saying that is him, not her. I mean,
It's him.
She's saying that is him, not her. The reason why he's not able to get this going.
How you
He
can't
says
give
nothing new has occurred. He's not doing anything different. He's not
Mhm.
cheating on her. He's not taking new meds. He's not doing anything. So he's saying that it must be her, that she's not doing what she needs to do to help her brother along. So what do you guys think about that? Is it the responsibility of the other person to make the other person?
How can you create a porno movie when the guy can't get it up? Is it the lady's job to get it up, or is it him to keep it erect?
Yeah, how you gonna give me something that belong to me?
So what are y'all saying?
The last question, I'm gonna tell you, the last
person.
question was like, he need to see if he into her, because I think Ben said it last time. Oh, he just ain't into the woman, like, or whatever, or something like that. Because the last question was this: my girlfriend cannot get me hard. That was the last question.
Well, that must be some serious situation people having nowadays.
No.
So what I'm saying is, okay, we're gonna take this. Well, think outside the box. Are we to blame the other person for us struggling in that area?
No.
Or is that something that we're responsible for?
Hey, you know what? I got a remedy for him. Go on a month-long trip and then come back home and see how it works. Without messing with anything, don't touch yourself, nothing. Go on a month-long trip, come home, and see if that remedy your situation.
Go on a month-long trip.
That is all his situation. It ain't nothing on that. What he said, it ain't on the woman. It ain't on her.
He's wanting to know. He's saying it must be her because ain't nothing changed with him.
Like Ben said in that last question, I remember, then he probably ain't turned on. He not liking her like he used to or whatever. Because okay, y'all excuse me. I'm going to say a little something. You shouldn't get cut off. But I receive a phone call and the lady say, "What you doing?" "Nothing." "You need to bring that over here." Right?
Okay.
When am I to bring? And when is it that she gonna give me that I'm supposed to give her? Exactly. I should be in the car already feeling some kind of way. On the bus, on my bike, walking, however it takes me to come on. I told y'all, remember last week I said I climbed up that fence to jump into that window? I wasn't jumping in the window so she can give me an erection. I was jumping in the window because I was erected.
So you saying on your way there, you already ready?
Look here.
So
in my mind, I'm already ready. When she called, in my mind, I'm ready. I'm on my way. Now I ain't saying I'm walking over there erected, but you best believe once I get both feet through that window, it's on and cracking until other circumstances came about. But you can't be a mechanic and show up with no tools.
Do you know what it's like, Donna? The mind is really a powerful tool, right?
Right.
They tell you that. So what John is saying, he's saying, hey, man, I'm thinking about it before I even get there. I know what I want to do when I get there. So I don't need her help that much because I know what I'm going to do when I get there. I'm excited before I get there.
Okay.
So in other words, the man's mind is not really there, period.
Yeah, that's how you sound just like Ben. You sound
Well,
just
maybe
like
she
Ben
didn't
on the
make that
last
call
show.
and ask him to come over like that.
Donna,
I don't care if they live together.
Donna, wait. You're not listening to what I'm saying. If a man wants a woman, he's going to get excited about her, right?
Right.
He's going to be into her, right?
Right.
No matter what time she calls, he could be at work and she said, baby, hey, I got on something that you want me to have on. It's on the crack when you get off work. Come on home. He's thinking about that. It's 1 o'clock. He gets off at 5. He's thinking about that until they get home. So his mind is thinking about that. When he gets there, he always knows what he's going to get into. He's into her mentally and physically.
Okay.
What that question, in my opinion, is saying, hey, I ain't really into her no more like I was, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do, but I really ain't into her let me get somebody else.
You sound just like Ben. I swear to God. It sounds like you repeated everything Ben said from the same type of question last time.
He just not to the herb store. He needs to go to the herb store.
So
get him some
he's
herbs.
already. So it ain't her.
Get him some of that honey gourd weed.
It's him that's not into her anymore.
Men can use these.
What's that?
Men use these. Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
You with being said, go away for a month and don't touch yourself.
Mm-hmm.
No, these are sales papers. These are sales papers. I'm just saying men use magazines. You can walk through the grocery store, and if it's right and tight, he gonna be he might be feeling you. If he don't catch you looking at him or anybody else looking at him, he might reach down and readjust himself.
something is in the grocery store.
Come on.
It's like, hey, Donna,
come on.
If there's a couple in the mall shopping, and a man turns his head and looks at another woman, what that woman's going to do? She's going to react and pull him and tug him and something. She's going to slap him, whatever. So that's the indication right there. The man is saying, hey,
she's going to slap him.
The man is saying, hey, my mind is thinking about that. Even though my body's not there yet, but my mind is thinking about that. So the mind is really a powerful tool if you let it be a powerful tool.
Mm-hmm. Just Cordell, he'll go home with that thought, Cordell. He can say, I may not be reacting right now, but it's in my mind, like you said. And when I get home, it's gonna be a different story. I need to go down aisle 6 to where the lotion and Vaseline is.
Well, he's saying, therefore, it must be her.
Yeah, must doesn't mean it is.
He say, therefore, it must be her, because it ain't me.
I told you better go get him some of that honey goat weed. Probably one of them new Viagras. I bet you he won't say that no more.
Wow.
One of them Levitras.
Well, y'all giving the love because he say what y'all say. So he's asking for some advice with this because
go online and get some mail orders.
Friends, go ahead.
A blow up doll. I remember y'all said that last time. Blow up doll.
My dad's friends used to get they say the old school get the pump. They get a pump, pump it up, and then put the rubber band on the bottom so the blood couldn't escape. Yeah, that's what they would do. Wow. Maybe he can do that.
Oh, that's why they got them rings, cock rings and stuff. But see, the thing is, he got to look at himself towards her. I mean, it's the same thing. I don't see how you gonna put what you can't do on somebody else. I'm quite sure you was getting them before when she wasn't even around. Come on.
But how can you? What I'm stuck is how can he even think that? How can you put that off on another person being responsible for making you?
Because she take it.
Blow up.
She take it. She okay with it. He's saying it and she okay with it. Oh yeah, it might be me, baby.
That's just like a woman, saying he tries to do this, that to me, but everything he's doing is not working. I'm not ready.
That's right.
I'm not ready. He's not getting me ready.
That's like he. See, you made me so mad. Right? Yeah, a woman say, you made me so mad that you brung on my time of the month. What?
Where did that come from?
I've heard that before. See, you just a crazy. You just look at you and made my stuff star. But somebody make your time of the month start. Oh, he just irritating me and bothering me and just.
Well, perhaps you helped her flow. I don't know. So y'all
irritated already.
So y'all want to tell this young man that
go online.
It's not her, dude. You must have disconnected.
It's him. Like Dean and Cordell said, like Cordell, really, because it's a trip. Cordell, I'm telling you, he sounds just like Ben sounded on that question, the same question. Yeah. He should go back and watch that show.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Was that a week or two ago?
No, that was over a month. I know
over a month ago. Go back and watch. It's on there. We talked about something similar
almost
to this.
2 months.
But we say stop blaming the next person and soul search with yourself. Maybe you're just not into her no more because if you mentally
trying too hard. He better be careful because he could be trying too hard. He wanted so bad, and it's not going to happen like that. Like Cordell said, the mind will play a trick on you. So you want it, but you're not allowing your body to adjust to the atmosphere or the whole event. You just like, oh yeah, I want to get her. Just like, he just so anxious on getting to a point.
That must be that's a terrible situation to go through. You're so anxious, and then you can't, but you just want to.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody disappointed. It's like, boy, bye. Let's try this another day. But anyway, stop blaming her. Her stop blaming him. Y'all got to get together with this. Get together. Work it out.
Y'all got to get together. He needs to get together. He needs to get
I can tell you something else to do.
What?
The dude can find the right of adult entertainment that he likes. And, put that on the screen and see. It might be that he's older, she older, and he just don't like older women.
He been with her though. That's
what I'm saying. He been with her a long time. He might just don't, if he might don't like that. His body don't.
Oh,
but if he, he watched something on the tube, but he liked it might get him where he need to go, and then he can handle his business and worry about that later. Long as she ain't getting offended, It's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah, I guess so.
Meow.
Just pop in a porn movie. Let him go on and get enjoyment with that and bring it on over to you and visualize, maybe he's seeing you looking like,
Maybe he needs a shot of liquor, remember? The other dude needs a shot of liquor.
I remember that one.
So she might need to put a little half pint on the side of the bed.
Y'all must remember that you're trying to help someone, okay?
He might need a shot of liquor. The other guy said it helped.
But the liquor sometimes makes it deflate.
But
though,
the other person, without the liquor, he stayed down.
He can't do
nothing.
But
when he had the liquor, he was good. We already talked about getting them little hotel bottles and sitting them on the dollar shots and just have a little mini.
I'll be like, what you drinking? What you drinking? Let me go on downstairs in the lobby, get you something. What you drinking? You want a double? You want a triple? Okay, I got you, baby. I got you.
A little shelf with all this.
That's a good idea too, Donna. Change venue. Change venue. Right. Go get a hotel room or something. That might help with a strange environment, a different.
And not no Motel 6. Not no Motel 6.
Well,
they might want to do a Motel 6. They might want her to act. I mean, how you know? They might want to role play. Want her to act.
You role playing something a little nicer.
Oh, not if you a trampy tramp. Ain't nothing nicer. You gotta go to Motel 6. You don't take her to the Ritz-Carlton. We gotta play this all the way out. We gotta go to a whole hotel.
That's not cute. That's not cute, John. No, that's not nice.
Wait, how is that not nice if you're saying a person role playing? If I'm role playing with somebody and say I'm gonna be this trick and the chick is gonna be and I'm gonna go get a hotel. I'm gonna take her to the Ritz-Carlton, but I'm getting and I didn't have her put on.
If she's rich,
wait, we role playing, Donna.
Material.
No role play. No,
she ain't no Bob. You ain't gotta treat her like a Bob.
She's from Jones and O'Farrell. She from Jones and O'Farrell.
No, she's not.
How much does the Marriott cost now?
Not.
How much is a night at the Marriott now?
Who takes the Jones and O'Farrell to the Ritz?
Yeah.
I'm not laughing. That's not funny. That's not funny.
No, because you looking at it as a woman, you taking it as an offense to a woman. We talking about PSA change venues, try something new. So we gonna role play. So when you role play, you say, okay, I'm gonna come to the bar. They take them to the bar. They don't go sit at the lounge at the bottom of the Grand Hyatt. Regency. Okay, you go sit at the bar at the Grand Hyatt, and I'm gonna come in like a trick, and I'm gonna pick you up from the bar. No,
it depends on what kind of role playing you playing.
Slutty, trampy tramp, like I said. We get the
just let her dress up like her trampy self at the Carlton Richard.
No, listen, this is my role play. My role play is she a trampy tramp, and we going to the Motel 6.
Oh no Motel 6.
Now if she want to be, I come in now. She want to be the call girl one, and then I call her and I come in. I drop an envelope, fatter with some money up in there and all that. Then we going to the Ritz, but she not no Epsilon or whatever you want to call it, call girl.
She may be.
No, she's a Jones and O'Farrell Motel. She's over at the.
We don't know that, John.
Caddy corner.
We don't know if she's from Jones and Eddie and O'Farrell.
Poke and Eddie. Right where
you know the Kentucky
Fried Chicken is.
You guys doing too much. Y'all doing too much. But I really wanted you guys to help this brother. Help him. Tell him what he needs to do.
Being said, try something new. Different venues, try something new. Go online. You can get RX online. Go to Hymns. They got a commercial, Hymns and Roman, whatever the other one called. Roman and hymns and all
Okay.
them. He can call
Well,
in.
I just
Or
think
he
that
need to check and to see how he feel about that girl.
he needs to
still.
not blame her. He needs to not blame her. It's not her fault. And I don't know. They need to figure out what the issue is, and maybe they do need to switch it up. Maybe that's a good advice to give them. Switch it up, change the scenery, role play.
Hey, ain't it a man? It's a you can get some medical books. Ain't it a spot that you can touch in the rectal area that make that mug jump to attention?
Oh, I don't know about all that. I ain't.
Yeah, it
explored.
is, and I forgot the name of it. It's called
the knee.
It's the male G spot.
Yeah.
It's
might
the
be
male.
something.
It's the male G spot, and it's in that area back there, right
By
there,
what?
right there.
No. That's
But
gonna
anyway, I don't want to give nobody no advice to be doing all that. But anyway, I wish them the best, and I want to move right along right quick. On the video I did the other day was talking about claiming your pets on your income tax as dependents. What do you guys think about that? I think that's a real good topic, and I think it's a real good thing to do. Your pets are your dependents. You feed them. You send them to doggy daycares or cat meow cares or whatever.
Yeah,
you
that's a good idea.
Up for them to. So how can you justify that? Hey, if you audited by the IRS, check this out. This was my dependent. I take care of this animal. I take this animal to the veterinarian, pay medical bills. I feed this animal. The bigger the dog, the more big real food stuff you feed them.
Take pictures.
So why couldn't you claim them on your taxes?
I got take pictures. Most dependents need a social security number, huh?
Yeah, so thank you.
What do we sign for a dog?
Thank you. And then the dog.
Yeah, but you can take pictures.
That's a choice. You decided to get you a dog.
You decided to have a baby.
No. So procreation is different.
You decided to have a baby.
Procreation is
different. You can rent your dog out for services.
That's a business. That's a business. They're making it a business.
That's right. Or you can have your dog your dog can be taking special pictures for say you had a Facebook group and you wanted your dog. Because I know one dude, Ruby Doo, before she died, that Doberman and stuff, she was on there all the time. She was making her own money. So yeah.
Well, what about dogs that's like guard dogs, that's like guide dogs medically and stuff like that? That blind people need their guard.
Yeah, but they're probably getting funds for that. They're probably
check
getting
this out. That would have to be somebody else's dog, and you would be renting the dog from them.
Exactly.
So then they will be offering you a service that you paying for.
Therefore, you can claim your dog on your income tax?
No,
you can
over in Marin,
the money that you was paying them.
You know that blind dog? It's the something dogs for the blind. They have one over in Marin, a big one. We did all these walkways, these certain walkways to create these obstacles. They use it for training them. And the dogs and the people, they come, they work with them with their dog.
Mm-hmm.
But there's services and other things that come to that. So if my medical is paying for this or, the government is paying for this, you can't write off with the government or
that's
some
right.
other is giving you.
Well, let's talk about the government that's not paying. Your dog is your dependent.
Okay, let's say my dog George is not going to go on my taxes because I decided to get George. No way.
Hey, you know what?
But you take care of George. You take care of George.
Guess what? George is getting expensive. He's going to the humane society.
Let's be realistic.
You know what? What you say?
You ain't getting rid of George. You better shut up with all that. You love George to death.
The Humane Society would be out of business everybody would be housing dogs. The cat lady would be rich, and anybody in your neighborhood would have a pet, more than one. They would have multiple pets because you could claim them.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're having multiple babies.
No,
Yeah,
you
but
go get
baby
the dog
that's a
pick.
human being.
Donna,
You know why they give you?
You want to equate a baby to a pet?
It's a
But
dependent.
you know why they give you a write-off on the baby?
You do the same care and things for your dog.
No, you
There's
don't.
people who treat their animals
Donna,
like they are their human being child.
But Donna, the reason why you getting that write-off because the government expects to get paid back when they become adults. So they're not giving you the write-off, so they're not getting anything in return. They're giving you the write-off so you keep having kids, so they can have more citizens that later on will be paying the bills for the
Well, just have Broders have little puppies.
Nah, it ain't
Donna,
the same. They're pets.
You're in utopia. That doesn't.
I'm thinking outside the box. Let's think
I
outside
got
the
you.
box.
I got you.
Just think
You
for
can-
a minute. Just
you can-
let it. Just think on it. Just think on it. Something to think
Put the
about.
dog in somebody else's name and you be the dog walker. And you get paid for dog walking and then you write that off. And because I imagine if you walking my dog, I can write off the dog walking services and I can write off I might be able to write off some of the pet bills if they're making me an income. If the dog is making me an income. Because there's a balance in that. But them just being my dog,
So y'all don't think y'all really don't think that'll fly. You don't think you if you went if you claimed George on your taxes this year, John, do you think the IRS will audit you?
They audit me all the time. So shoot. Told you, what did I tell you?
I'm talking about auditing you, George.
I'm always in the Bayview going to see my tax man. So shoot. So I hate to put George on, then it's really gonna be questionable stuff.
Ain't nobody. I mean, Garrett, you're not gonna try to claim your cat.
I'm thinking about it.
You thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
Look how much money you put out to take care of that cat throughout the year.
Did you see this on the article?
No, I'm just critical thinking. Think of how much money. I've had people tell me.
I bet you Morris make money. Remember Morris the cat? I mean, they made a bag with Morris the cat, boy. Woo!
What I'm saying, Ben, is you people are paying for baby daycare. I mean, doggy daycares when they go on vacation. People are buying buku food.
Not everybody paying for no daycare.
Bills that is off the chart just to go get immunization for these dogs.
Yeah.
Come on, you guys. It has to be some kind of way you can get your money back.
So why go get the
dog? Marry the dog.
There's a way
the only
to get your
way
money
I
back.
see
Don't be a pet owner.
should be a tax write-off if that was put on me without, they say, hey, we're gonna give you this dog. You need to take care of this dog. I'm paying for the dog. Okay, we're gonna write this off. But I choose to go out and create a charge or whatever on my bills by going to get this animal. I plan to add things to my finances, so I'm gonna go get this animal.
Because he's a dependent now.
Hold
go
on.
Marry the dog.
Animal.
Go down to the county and marry the dog.
I bring it to my house.
Put a ring on it.
The animal. Now I'm like, oh, this animal getting expressed.
Put a ring on it.
Pay for me. But guess what? That means my taxes now have to pay for you because you decided to get some fish or a dog or whatever. So what about matter of fact, I got an ant farm and God dog it, I got 800.
That's different.
They're my pets.
Write them off.
About my pets. I watched that queen give all kind of birth
That's different,
and
John. You
everything.
doing too much.
Them my aunts. I got
You doing
800.
too much.
No,
Ant
them my
farm.
aunts.
Ants
Let me
don't
tell you
even need to
something.
be taken
Let me
care
tell
of.
you something.
They're part of the evolution.
If you ask for an accommodation animal, it is not stick to one. It is not a particular. We had an incident on when I was working for the property management company where somebody requested a horse or one of them little miniature horses. And guess what? Because the property had this property on the side, it was able to make accommodations to put up a little stable thing, a little small thing. It don't one guy got iguanas as accommodation animals. So I got an ant farm and I need to put all of them down individually. And if you need names, we'll come up with
I just
800
want
names.
one of you guys that have pets. I don't know if Cordell has any.
No pets for me.
Gareth has it, Ben has it, John has
Ice cream, baby, ice cream.
I don't have no pet. I just want to see if it works.
If they give me the money, they give me the money. But you know what? I can't see. I can't.
Shit,
No, matter of fact,
you ain't got. I'll pay for
I
that.
can't see myself doing it because it's like when I don't. It's to me. I'm gonna tell you what it feels like. It feels like when they tell the bicycles to share the road with the bicycles, but the bicycles don't pay no taxes, no registration. They should be going to get a license, little license plate on that bicycle. They should be going to get some
that's true too.
paying on some registration but my DMV
I got it for you.
Put them my DMV registration and taxes put them green lines on the road, but I'm still running over potholes.
Yeah.
Oh, it don't work
but
like
I got you though. You know what you do? You get you an LLC, right? And then you put the dog in the LLC. You put the dog's name in the LLC. Yeah. And then you have people pay you for pictures of the dog or pets of the dog, and so then you have a balance of you made money, you did, but you don't own the dog. The LLC owns the dog, and now you're able to rent them out.
But Ben, Donna's saying the dogs are dependent, not a liability or asset.
No, I can't be a dependent.
Why it can't? Why it cannot?
It ain't come out your kitty witty.
It don't say that it has to come out your kitty witty. Some people adopt them.
Let me tell you something.
People adopt kids and they don't come out the kitty witty.
Yeah,
when I got my cat,
it's theirs.
When I had got my cat,
the dog, you adopted the dog too.
Donna, when I got my cat was hired. I got that cat because that cat was hired by me. In the contract that we had was, I'm gonna feed this cat and take care of this cat, and you gonna keep the mouse and the rats out my house. That's our deal.
There you go.
That dog, I hired you. When I went and got you from wherever, I hired you. You gonna bark when somebody at the door. You gonna jump when somebody jump at me. You gonna comfort me when I'm feeling down. You're a man's best friend.
Okay,
you gonna kick it with me. But
you should be able
you can't
to
put no contract, but you can't sign a contract with him. You can't sign a contract with him.
No, because when
that's the only one that's gonna try it.
Let me tell you something. When that dog get to using the bathroom all over your house and you tired of it, when the dog get to chewing on this or the cat is scratching on that, then you want to ship the cat out. Then if you getting tax write-off, then they should charge you for dropping it off at the Humane Society.
Well, yeah, you can't claim them no more when you don't have them.
Then they should charge you when you bring up. No,
18
I'm talking about.
You
I'm
can't
talking
claim
about.
them unless they are
No. Listen what I'm saying. When you tired of that animal, then you should pay the Humane Society to take that animal over.
No.
Why not?
Don't claim them no more.
Oh no! Forget claiming. We giving you money.
You just don't claim them no more.
Giving you tax money.
I'm just saying, think outside the box.
I'm thinking outside the box.
Just think about it. It's something to think about. We should be able to claim our pet.
Garrett, do that cat keep the mouse out the house?
Your
Let me
pet,
ask you something.
that's
Wait,
dependent on you.
Even Steven, right?
Donna, can we agree to say, hey, okay, if you have a pet, I'll give you $200 of material credit for a pet.
Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
200.
Yeah, unless that pet goes through some kind of form of operations or has some real medical problems that you could write off.
That's the what's the thing called?
It better be some. I wouldn't want it coming from my taxes. My taxes ain't paying for nobody's dog, cat, or nobody.
Trust me, I know, but we just talking hypothetical.
Yeah,
but hypothetically, outside the box, where the taxes got to come from, where the write-off got to come from. I can't even get a write-off. Shoot, I tried to get a write-off on some things, and they wanted to fuss me about something that was messed up on my last taxes.
There you go.
Been paying taxes all my life, and y'all want to come at me for some junk, and then write me a letter talking about you caught the error? No, it's my taxes.
You gotta go big, John.
When I try to go get benefits for myself, and you give me a hard time off of my taxes, and you want me to pay taxes for somebody's dog or cat? Oh no, I don't even care. No, I'm not paying taxes.
I think it's worth thinking outside the box about.
Well, hey, if they got,
I thought outside the box,
if they got
and I thought.
It may not work for everybody, but I
they
think
got
it's
an
somebody
Airbnb.
it's gonna work for.
Hey, Airbnb, I can hear Airbnb. You know, so I can rent out my dog. I can make some money that way.
What you gonna rent out your dog to do? What you gonna rent them out to do?
They got an Airbnb. I drop my dog off at the Airbnb with them, and you know they got some comfort to comfort them home. You know, and I charge them $15
do you know people rent them dogs out into warehouses, parking lots, and all kind of stuff?
Yeah.
They sit them and they stay there overnight.
However it's gonna work for you. I believe that it can work for you.
Taxes?
Yeah, I can work that.
You guys are having independence that you are not getting compensated for. And you're taking care of this person.
I should get compensated because I decided to get a domestic animal and have him in my house. So the government should pay me. Who's the government? The people. Now we're going back to my taxes.
I need
to outside the box.
You
can't think outside the box when it comes to taxes. Taxes is coming from me. It's coming. Who's coming from? You gonna pay tax? I'm not paying taxes for nobody dog.
If you have to, you have to, John. If you have to.
That would be one.
Taxes for somebody's dog. It's people that the police officers.
Then you best believe. You better come out the pocket because I'm about to have all kind of dog animals.
I consider officers. Police dogs, I consider officers. You paying for them police dogs?
You are.
But that dog is a service. It's us doing a service.
But that's another.
It's a public service. But your dog laying up there on your couch, doodling all over your floors, ain't doing no service to me.
You know, have him sniffing, a bomb sniffer or something.
I think it's worth thinking about.
The man so I should pay taxes for that man who almost ran into my car because he got the dog up on his arms trying to steal the car, and he swerved and
don't worry about him. Just worry about claiming your dog.
But the dog was up there in the driver's seat.
Just
dog, what you
doing? Your dog, darling. Claim your dog, George.
But who taxes gonna pay for that dog?
Big George.
Y'all gotta think
That's
about
a beautiful dog.
We want people taxes to go to some dogs.
That's a beautiful
we can't
dog.
even. We just got finished talking about how bad the schools is and everything. Shoot, if I'm gonna put my money somewhere, I'm gonna pump it to the schools. People homelessness.
You need to stop.
We only give people $60 for GA. Put the taxes somewhere else. Come on. Cut it out. A dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, grown folks, this is what we do. You see, we're having a hard time coming to a medium here. But
Matter
I
of
think
fact,
that is something worth thinking about. I think you should think
hey,
about using your animal as a dependent on your taxes. And if you get something back, holla at us, sister. Let me know.
Yeah,
I like to know.
I can see that because the dogs that are part of
I
your
like to
breeding
know.
dogs, I get that.
It
Because the
depends on
breeding
how you
dogs
use
make
it. Like
about
Ben
5,000 to
said,
10,000 a
if you
year.
use it as LLC purposes, if you use it
that's
for
a business though. But
Yeah.
domestically
that's the
wise,
business.
it don't. But no, but just sitting around your house, I should not be paying
But you
for no
taking
dog.
care of that dog to sit around your house.
I don't care what
If
you
that
doing.
dog get a splinter in his
Service
paw, you
dog.
taking
Hey,
him to the vet.
you got some people
If
taking
that
care of
dog get pink eye in
dude
the
or that
worm,
next
you
broad.
taking him to the vet.
You got some dudes, you got some folks taking care of that next dude or that next chick, and I ain't paying taxes for them to be they.
No, they paying.
Exactly. So that's where it needs to come.
So when
What you
you
do
just
is each time you get paid, you have your employer take out like they take out your federal reorder.
they
Have
have
them take out your.
they have doggy medicals at some
No, I
jobs.
ain't talking about. I know they got dog. I got dog insurance. I had dog insurance for my dog. But I'm talking
You can
about
write that off too.
have them take out your check, your
You can
doggy
write that off too,
withholding.
John.
Have them take out your
John,
check.
you gonna be
doggy.
left by the wayside because
Would
everybody
you
else
want
gonna get
doggy
paid and you
withholding?
ain't.
Let's answer.
So
Let's
we'll
think
tell
out
you
the
what
box.
happened.
Hold on. Let's think out the box.
And
Let's think out the box.
y'all
Would
bring
you like
back the
doggy
report. This
withholding?
man is on something
Would you
else.
like
I
doggy
know them white. I
withholding
know them
taking
people
out
in
your
my
check?
neighborhood.
Ask
You know
me that. Would you like
they'll be
doggy
paid.
withholding taking out your check?
Boy, I have
Not
my
gonna do
dog with
that.
a
Would you
$1,000
think out the
collar
box, Donna?
It's not
Think
gonna
out
do
the
that.
box.
It's not gonna
Think
do
out the
that.
box, Donna.
It's not
You
gonna
have
do that.
because when you do your W-4, right, you put down how many dependents you got, right?
Right.
And they can take out accordingly. So you put down that dog. Check the box if you
You
got
don't
a
have
pet.
to put down the dog, just like you don't have to put down nobody
Man, hold
else's
on.
kids.
Let me tell you something.
You don't have to put down nobody else's kids on your
We ain't
tax.
said nobody else's kids. We
So
talking
don't
about the
put
dog in
down
your
nobody
house.
else's dog.
No, we talking about the dog in your house. When you fill out your taxes,
Right.
instead of putting one, you're going to put two. You and the dog. And then when they take the
Right.
taxes out, let them take the taxes out or do a
Let's just
withholding
say
because
George.
you have a
And
dog.
George don't have a social, he has a paw print.
Oh, here we go.
That's why you gotta send them to the LLC.
That's why George, but
Companion
no.
dog,
Look
the
at that.
service dog.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If
If
somebody
anybody
come
wants
through
to
that
y'all
front
go
video
out of
door,
that
town.
let me
leave us
tell
a
you
message
something.
because we
If
want to know.
If I have to pull the trigger before you bark, you fired. You get out. You ain't sticking around here. If I hear that mouse trap go off before you caught it, you gone too. Oh,
You are not gonna get rid of George. You need to stop.
Let somebody come through that door and that trigger have to go off before he bark. He might be the second one shot. And find itself in a garbage can come Tuesday night
Y'all done
when
made
they
my
come
head
take the
hurt.
garbage away.
My head hurt.
I
Real.
put him in the
Man,
compost side. That way he
shoot
can see your
you
problem.
gonna shoot George, man? Damn. You a cold piece of work.
Ladies
Man,
and gentlemen,
look
grown
here.
folks,
People come
we
busting in
sorry.
your house. Where does
We
George work?
sorry.
But
We
I
so
want
sorry.
a tax write-off for
Sometimes
this
they get
cat. Who for this cat? And I need a tax. Can I
sometimes
get
they
more
get a little
tax write-off?
crazy up in
Because
here,
George
okay?
was my
We
dependent.
didn't
He
mean for
didn't
it to go
bark,
this
and the
far.
people took
Only
everything.
thing I
So can
said
I
was
get a
just think
refund for
outside the
that?
box. And look what we have
No
created.
problem.
John had lost his everlasting mind. For real. But look at Ben. Ben over there thinking about some shit. Ben say, you know what? That
George
sounds
would
like
be
a
in
good
that
deal.
compost container
LLC.
decomposing.
I'ma put ice cream on my taxes. Ice cream
Yeah.
gonna do flips for the neighbors. Ice cream gonna go pick up the paper for the little elderly couple across the street. We gonna make this happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And ask me, how would you like withholding, doggy withholding, taking out your check? You already complain about the
Yeah.
little Social Security and everything they take out. Now, what they taking out? Now they taking out another $4 out my check for the doggy. But you don't want it out your check, but you want it out of other people's check, right? Okay.
I can't even go to the last question. I gotta end the show because y'all done just took over. Y'all we gotta save it for next week. We can't even go no more.
Where did that come from? Was that inquiring minds want to know if the doggy can? Ben said the doggy ain't even got the only numbers the doggy come with is when you take him to go get a license and a rabies. That's the only number he get on his little license around his neck. And if your dog ain't got
John, I would need you to calm down. John, I need you to calm down. I would really need you to calm down. You didn't really took us there. Being the only one ain't saying nothing because he got a master plan. Ben got a master plan.
I like that. I could give me a whole squad. I know a dude that was on that the TV show. His dog, he breeds the dog, and the dog is a herder. So he pays for him to herd the cattle around there, and he breeds them, so he makes money off of the puppies. So yeah, it's a twofer. That's a business.
That's the write-off. So
yeah,
I just want to know whoever do it, let me know what happened. And I would say where it says put social, put the paw print. Get a little ink pad and put the dog's little paw on a cat and put it right there. And I like to see how the IRS responds to you about that.
And that refund they send you, you better get a Bell's Bosman because you going to jail. Put a paw print on that.
They can arrest you for that. That's your dependent.
Put a paw print on it. Y'all listen to Donna. Put a paw print on it. This is
how we do it on the Donna Smith Show.
Cookie truck.
On the Donna Smith Show. Yes, I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. Excuse us, we went to the right, we went to the left, we went all over the map with this. But think about that, IRS, your dependent, your cat, your iguana, your king cobra, your dog, whatever it is that you are nurturing and that is a dependent and you're taking care of and you're paying bills for. Think about it. I would write the IRS and email somebody and try to find out before you do your tax, because you never know. And then let us know here on the show. We're going to be back for some Grown Folk Table Talk. I'm going to try to go for, John, is it a game next Sunday?
Yep. The Niners in Dallas.
What time?
3:30.
Ooh. Okay.
And then the game after that.
Right now, I'm going to say Monday, but that may change. And if that change and I have to switch it to Sunday, I'm going to be getting at you guys, letting you know. If not, we're going to be back on here Monday at 7:30 the way we are now.
You talked about your B-Day?
My birthday?
Yeah, did you talk about what you did and all that?
Yeah, in the beginning I did. I talked about, I went, I had my, Friday I went to go see D.L. Hughley at Tommy T's, which was fabulously funny. Yes, it was funny. Headliners. Yes, it was a very good show. Saturday, my daughter set up a brunch in San Francisco. That was really, really nice. I got a lot of gifts, a lot of nice things. I got pampered through the day. I had breakfast. She had breakfast in bed delivered to me. I also had in the early afternoon, I had 2 dozen red roses. I had some edible fruit, and then my brother gave me $100 Starbucks card. Hey. JJ sent me something cash app. Hey, my friend, my girl Sharon, she ended up sending something towards the brunch. Thank you, Sharon. And she also sent me today in the mail a very nice wallet. I have it downstairs with my gift. My daughter bought me a really nice off-white leather jacket with some leather white boots to match it, a couple of outfits, and Janet Jackson tickets. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
So I got spoiled, you guys. I'm loved. Hey, girl. So I had a good birthday, and I do appreciate everyone for everything.
You got Janet Jackson kind of tickets.
Janet Jackson, baby. I'm in the house. Control.
I
But
ain't
yeah, so I just want to say, it's the little things, that carry, a lot of weight. And I've learned to take birthdays as blessings now. Blessing.
Yeah.
The fun comes and you do what you do, whatever you do, but just be blessed that you have the opportunity
About her birthday.
to make it to another birthday and to do it all again. Okay. All right,
All
y'all.
right.
It's all good. Got to go. We're gonna be back next Monday, 7:30, because the Niners getting ready to play at 3:30 on Sunday, and we gotta watch that game. I don't want y'all to be interrupted trying to be on this show and doing the game too. But if I have to change due to unforeseen circumstances, I will let you guys know ahead of time, okay? Because I just may have to. I mean, it's either I would have to do Sunday or Saturday if it came down to it. But either way it go, I'll let you know, okay? But right now, let's shoot for Monday. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the Table Talk Donna Smith Show. Grown folk, we are here every week to bring you the fun. And I'm thanking you guys so much for chiming in and chiming on and getting on our wagon. We're going to see you next week. See ya.